Limericks,
Y'all.
cassava chips.
I'm walking on Sunshine Summit. Oh, and don't it feel good? Ooh, tomorrow. In the future.
Tomorrow.
1, 2, 3, 4. Sitting on the bench. Writing's really hard. We need another snack. And that is just a fact. Oh.
Hi, this is Shauna.
And this is Trisha.
And this is Two Girls on a Bench.
The podcast.
We write on the bench.
We snack on the bench.
And most of all, we procrastinate on
the bench.
the bench.
Bench.
Hello, Trisha. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So we just got off a super fun thing.
How was your morning?
Yeah, it was fine. I was going to talk about the super fun thing.
Talk
Should I not talk about it?
No, talk about it.
Oh, okay.
It was fun.
We were on the Sunshine Summit with Heather.
Heather Welch from Sunshine and Power Cuts. A really great podcast if you haven't listened to it.
Super cool.
Lovely voice.
And
I love
she
her voice.
did a summit where like different people were live with her, live streaming. So it was our beautiful faces online, on many places, I guess.
Yeah, it was on Twitch and YouTube, and then she has a site, sunshinesummit.live, where there's a chat, and lots of people were there. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone that was there.
guys.
It was super fun.
This is I think, her second annual Sunshine Summit, and the theme of this one was celebrating connections. But the reason she does it is just to do it.
Just to bring people together. She's really...
To bring together podcasts you listen to all the time, but then like
cool.
Interview them and talk live, and then we also like read the chat along the way as we were going. Nobody really asked questions, but made comments and jokes, and it was very fun.
Somebody sent a limerick.
It was super
through chat.
Yeah, super energizing and exciting and super.
And you
you're
sound really it was super
really
energizing.
It was really fun.
You don't sound energized.
Sorry.
Just kidding.
Well, the next live stream that's going to need some energy is live stream for the Cure,
which is in May,
run
right?
by Epic Film. Excuse me, I'm going to burp. By Epic Film guys. Yeah,
you may remember them from our amazing collaboration we did on The Exorcist.
That's right. And they have
During all of our
great podcast too. But they do.
They're
this
funny.
is their third annual effort to raise money for cancer research. And it's completely legitimate. Like, all the money goes to cancer research.
Hey, it's completely legitimate.
It's legitimate. And we're hoping to have some giveaway items, exciting things for our segment. So save your money and donate when we're on live, and you'll get some stuff.
Stuff will come your way.
Yeah.
Also, go check out the Sunshine Summit, because you can go look at the videos anytime. So it didn't have to be live stream. It was fun to do live stream because it's fun to interact with people. But if you weren't able to come, totally
you can
fine.
Still watch it.
Just check it out.
You can watch them all. They're on. If you just search Sunshine Summit 2019 on YouTube, they come up, and or you can go through the links that I've shared everywhere several times. I mean, you're probably sick of it. And go listen to us and other podcasts and let us know what you think.
We had a good time.
Yeah, we read a lot of limericks.
Oh my gosh, so today we're also going to read a lot of limericks.
Yes.
This is the Write Club for this month, and we got a lot of submissions. We've already read them, but we're just going to read them all because I think we
missed
get
a
to
couple.
quite all of them.
Yeah.
Just because we were kind of trying to talk and read and I don't know. We're not used to seeing ourselves, so that part's weird.
So we had to control our faces so we didn't look really mad or bitchy or worried.
I just look worried all the time. I have a resting worried face.
I make this big smile where I'm just
scary clown.
Vapid eyes.
Vapid eyes.
We're
all there's nothing there.
Critical.
There's nothing besides
nothing. Just
inside
Trisha's
of her eyes.
Big eye face. Anyways, no, we looked cute. It was fun, and lots of fun St. Patrick's Day festivities. And happy birthday to Heather, whose birthday is tomorrow, but it's already tomorrow in New Zealand today. So it's today, which is so weird.
We were like time travelers.
Yeah.
And we were like, we're
talking live streaming
tomorrow. We were talking to tomorrow.
What?
I'm freaking myself out with that.
I don't know what that noise was.
Is that like what?
That's
but
the
like
time
slower?
travel noise.
It's scarier.
What? Yeah, that's what that is. Boom.
Did it. Done. Sunshined. Complete.
Sunshine check. Next up.
Next up
you
is
guys.
a quote.
Wait, Shauna was on playlist this week.
Oh yeah.
It was
Check
like,
me out.
If I saw you in a movie, and everybody had to pick singer or actors that tried to be singers, and Shauna picked.
And men are the best.
Yeah, I voted for you. She picked David Hasselhoff, and there was like a poll on Twitter of who was.
Oh,
who
I
picked
didn't
the
see
best,
that.
and I voted.
Was it me? It was probably me.
I
right?
didn't see a result yet, but yours had no.
I'm
votes.
very humble. Mine had no votes.
None.
Why? Because people don't like David Hasselhoff singing?
and who sings "Party All the Time"?
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
Come on.
Sorry, I blanked. And but anyways, it's a really good episode. Did you listen to yourself?
I didn't listen to it.
It's
yet.
good.
I'm so stupid. I just I forgot to listen to
stupid.
stuff.
Did you listen to Pop Up Filmcast yet?
I haven't listened to anything.
Oh my god, now you're stupid.
Here's what happened. I was
Trisha was also on Pop Up.
I know.
Filmcast.
I need to listen to all of them, and I instead got sucked into this true crime thing, of course. And I was at this event, and I met a volunteer, and for some reason we were talking about something, and another person I work with said, "Oh, you're a murderino. You should talk to Shauna."
Oh.
And then we started talking about
all the different,
and I was like, "What about this one?" And she was like adding them on her phone, and I was like, "Yeah, there's this one and that one." And then she goes, "There's this one called Cold." And I was like, "What's it about?" And so then she started telling me about it, and I was like, and then so I've been kind of binge.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Moved into that one. It's so creepy.
Is it like a really famous one, or is it like some indie?
I think it's a Canadian one.
Oh, cool.
But it's I can't even explain it. It's like a unsolved murder, but all the men involved in it are really weird and creepy. And it was in a time period where they were all keeping journals and audio journals, so they're playing some of the pieces from it, and it's really weird.
Yikes.
It's weird. It's
it's
like a guy that probably killed his wife, and then also his dad is in love with his wife and talks about it a lot. And
weird.
It's really weird.
It's weird that they had audio journals.
It's really weird and uncomfortable. Or they're reading stuff from his journal. I don't know how I haven't gotten to the end of it yet. So nobody tell me.
Check it out.
It's talk about weird stalker shit. That's up there.
Well, True Crime Bullshit finally came back from a little break, and there was a new episode this week.
Oh, I didn't hear it yet.
Yeah, I just listened to it.
Because I've been sucked into this one.
Let me tell you, Josh Hallmark is just struck gold with that story.
He's bringing it.
Israel Keys, the serial killer, and it's again, you're listening to him talk in interviews. Israel Keys.
Yeah, it's the real footage. Yeah, and you're oh my god.
And then Josh does such a great job, kind of tying everything together, and then bringing up what what's kind of gross about it or sensitive about it or weird, and this whole episode is about finding patterns and what he did, and how hard it's been to find a pattern, and they finally kind of figured out a pattern. I'm gonna say pattern a lot right now.
You like that word,
pattern. So we had a teacher in college who taught our Shakespeare class and linguistics class, and he used to use the word pattern in every sentence.
He did it so much that Trisha counted how many times he said it one day or
our
something.
Friend Kristen and a couple other people, I think Heather might have helped. And anyways, we would keep tallies of how many times he would say pattern in a class.
It was pattern and something else. I feel there was one other thing he said all the time too, but pattern was definitely one of them.
Pattern was the big one. I mean, it would be if you were in
the pattern of how Othello, blah blah blah, and the pattern of Ophelia, and you're the
pattern of love, the pattern of the pattern.
You're it's not a pattern always.
Well, it got to the point where that's all we could hear anymore.
We were never listening.
The word pattern.
We were the worst students.
I remember that. Our friend Kristen turned in her tally sheets to me. Maybe it was Heather. Somebody saved all of them, and then years later, turned them into me. Here's all the tally.
Sounds like
sheets.
Heather.
I think it was Heather.
Yeah.
And it was holy shit! All of our notes just were covered in tallies of the word pattern. And so, anyways,
we really learned a lot.
But what I was talking about was other podcasts. Oh, so
patterns.
There's a podcast called Pop Up Filmcast by Keith Gala and Shoot, I'm totally blanking on his co-host name.
I'm terrible with names also. We'll come back to you, though.
Oh my God, what is wrong with me?
We're having this thing today where whenever we talk about people, we blank on their names. We did it like 12 times on the Sunshine Summit.
We're so sorry.
We're like,
Derek,
it's so-and-so. And
It's Derek.
Derek, okay.
I'm sorry. There's also Derek from Work Life and Balance. It's just, there's a lot of people to keep track of here, okay?
Okay, it's just a lot.
All right. So anyways,
It
I was
doesn't
on
mean
their
we
show.
love you any less.
Their
if we
show's
can't
pretty
remember your
funny.
name.
It's like based on making up like fake film festivals and fake movies. And so I had to make up a fake movie. And that was fun, actually. But
There you go.
so on that.
Okay, we have a quote today that will guide us. Also, it just seems appropriate considering how we ramble. Okay, here's the quote. Mistakes are the portal of discovery. James Joyce. Joyce. James Joyce. I'm sorry. I got a little hung up on that. I got so excited.
Oh, good.
James Joyce, Irish writer. This is Irish Week
Yes.
on the bench.
Whoop,
It's St. Patrick's Day. So there you go.
We should have taken a picture, a selfie with all our Irish shit on earlier.
We'll
our
do it
green
tomorrow.
shit on. Oh, yeah.
Tomorrow's St. Patrick's
Tomorrow's
Day. You're going to get this maybe
Patrick's Day
2
here.
days after that.
Or
But
maybe I'll put it out early.
But it's already St. Patrick's Day in New Zealand.
That's
Okay,
right.
anyway, we can't talk about that. It's so confusing.
Okay, so
That's great. So that's James Joyce. we feel like we've already lived like 4 lives today. I don't know why. I think
we're
because
just talked out today.
I know we talked a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, and we always talk a lot, but I don't know. It's
Yeah.
hard. So we've got limericks coming up. We have a snack book.
Yes.
That we sort of previewed on the Sunshine Summit, but we decided not to eat it because it was too noisy.
Crunchy.
So let's do our snack book.
Okay.
Give me that snack book!
Snack book, take 2.
Are we both there?
Yes,
Yes,
now
we
we
are
must
both.
recreate the awesomeness of the last conversation.
We just did like the funniest
10 minutes of conversation.
about snack book and then realized that only I was talking. And then we were going to do it
Well,
where
I was
Trisha
talking.
answered.
But my microphone wasn't on.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't just me talking. Only I was captured
Damn
in that
it.
magic. All right. Here's what we got for our snack, everybody. Okay? Just kidding.
Oh, look. One of my socks is on inside out and has been that way all day.
Oh, look. Nobody can see your feet. Okay. Cassava chips. These are made by Shigra. There's an accent. I can't figure out how to say it.
The texture reminds me of the terracotta chips from
We're trying to recreate our jokes, everybody. It's so sad because they were
the
spur of the
rainbow
moment.
terracotta Terra chips. Or
Here's
whatever.
what we found out. They're gluten-free. Of course they are.
And
why would you put gluten into a cassava chip? Like, that doesn't even make any sense.
a cassava is like a burrowing root vegetable. She's like funny now, but like no one knows why I'm laughing. I said it was a burrowing root vegetable.
Because I was like, it's a tuber. And I'm all like,
I don't
carrots.
know what that
like,
means.
And then you're like, right? Because they're like tubular shaped or something. A tuber.
Like, just like a little groundhog burrowing.
Like my hamsters. Our hamsters that all
burrowing
died. They used to
next
burrow.
to the tubers.
Trisha wants to
Do
plant.
you remember when
cassavas.
I had to hammer your hamster out of the wall under your stove that one time?
That was Lily. She was rough. Yeah, my son was like, I'm going to like let her out or whatever.
She found a hole. Where did we actually end up finding her? Because she wasn't where I drilled a hole.
made a hole in our wall.
We were convinced she was like under this cabinet.
Because we could hear her and we could even see her, I think,
Yeah.
maybe. Or she was making noise.
So I punched a hole into the wall. I mean,
It was
way
under our cabinets.
Yeah.
Inside under our cabinets. And somehow she got into like a space in the
She
wall.
was looking for a cassava tube.
She was burrowing. Poor Lily. She didn't make it. My hamsters
Is
usually
it
don't.
because she was in the wall?
No. She...
No, every now and then you can still hear like scratch.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's so scary. Oh.
It's an Edgar Allan Poe story. Or it's like a Twilight Zone episode where that little girl falls on the wall.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Hamster on the wall. Not as crazy.
Yeah, that sounds
We were
kinda
freaking
scary.
out, and I was like, and then the kids were freaking out. They're like, she's got it
I
done.
put
Like,
a bunch
everybody...
of food in there. I mean, if she wasn't eating that stuff. I bet some critter came in, lived in there after that.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Where did she end up coming out?
She ended up coming in like another cabinet, remember?
Under the sink.
Under the sink. There was like a whole, I don't know, like a space in the wall between those two.
We are the hamsters in the walls.
Anyway, got really scary.
Cassava chips.
Cassava chips are salt and vinegar. I mean, they aren't always, but these ones are.
These ones are.
And they're pretty good.
Cassava, so it looks like a tubular sweet potato.
Or they say it's like yucca,
colored.
But it's not yucca.
It's not.
But it's like that same family of
like. They say it was like
rooty
yucca,
vegetable.
YUCA, not yucca, YUCCA.
Yeah, they're different.
One's a plant, one's a vegetable.
Yucca Valley. That's by where I grew up. Yeah.
Is it yucca or yucca?
Well, yucca is YUCA. That's what you just said.
But yucca
is the
two C's make it yucca.
And yucca's like a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a yucky, spiky tree.
It's not yucky.
It is yucky.
We could do this all day.
It was yucky. When I was a kid, we had to like trim them and do yard work and shit. And we hated those yucca trees in California because they were just like spiky.
The trees in California are tough, especially in the desert.
Yeah.
Like, don't mess with a Joshua tree. Like, those are sturdy.
It's
windy out there. No, you're not allowed to because they're like a protected,
you're going to get arrested.
There were so many Joshua trees where I grew up. And yet it never felt like U2 was singing me a song. Oh, my God.
Where the streets have no name.
Best story ever to go with the cassava chips.
I didn't know what a cassava was. I thought it was like a Spanish word for potato or something.
We're on the Sunshine Summit and I'm all, it's cassava chips. And Trish is like, what does it mean? And I'm all, what do you think it means?
She's like, it's a vegetable, cassava. Okay, raise your hand if you've heard of cassava before.
Everybody raised their hand.
Nobody's raising their hand.
Nobody's raising their hand because this is a podcast.
Flipping you off right
and they're
now.
in their car by themselves.
They're like, Trisha knows about vegetables and she's never seen or heard of a cassava until today.
In the burrowing vegetable
family. In the burrowing family, along with the bunnies and the ground creatures.
The ground creatures?
Yes. I'm going to plant carrots and cassavas.
I feel like this all goes together with benchlings. Like, benchlings are in the garden with burrowing vegetables.
They're like with the fairies and the bunnies and the carrots.
Don't knock that over, Trisha.
I almost spilled my water. I didn't, though.
So, that was our snack. Yay, that was kind of a long, weird conversation. We talked about it 12 times.
And then I told Shauna she could cassava my ass. And that was the funny thing. Okay. Hopefully that still came out really funny. Does it sound
great.
funny? Is that a funny voice?
Cassava my ass.
Okay. Now it's time
Now it is time for limericks.
Limericks. Will you please do an Irish accent?
I can't.
Would you like to see shows or baseball games or other events?
Then you've got to check out our new sponsor, Seat Giant. Go to seatgiant.ca and use the code BENCH to get a 5% discount on your tickets. That's to music, sports,
and other items.
Yes, and other items. So that's Seat Giant, code BENCH, and the link will be in the show notes.
Oh my God, I'll do that right now. Click, click, type.
Look at that, happy customer, saving 5% with code BENCH. Write it, bitch.
It's time for limericks, everybody. And there's
not
a
an
lot.
Irish accent.
No. I just
do it.
I can't do it. If it comes out naturally,
Top
then that
of the
will
morning
be
to ya. That was good, right?
all of Ireland is like
Just
cringing
like cringe.
right now.
Everybody in Ireland
just collectively.
all the Irish fans just fell over.
Everybody
laughing.
was like,
they're like, "Shut up, Trisha."
It's hard.
It's all right. Oh, you saw how Brett was taunting me on the chat today in the live stream. He was
he's all, come on, Trisha,
this
do
is a
an
friend
accent.
of ours, and he knows I can't do accents. And he was like, Trisha's accents are the best. I'm like, you're mean like Shauna. It's because you both have hyphens in your name.
Is that what makes us mean?
Yes.
By the way, Trisha's always like, Shauna's so mean. Look how mean she is to me. And then, like, she turns off the microphone and then she says something shitty to me. And I'm like, how come it's not on the mic? Just because you edit the show. So, like, when you say something mean,
so I get to be the nice one.
All right. What do you want?
Cassava my ass.
What do you?
It works. It just works. It rolls off the tongue.
It's a good.
Like kiss.
It's like
my
enough.
Ass. Get it? Like kiss my ass. Cassava my ass.
Pog mahone. That means kiss my ass in Gaelic.
Say it again.
I don't know why I know that. Where'd that come from?
Either.
Oh, I had an Irish English teacher in high school, and she used to teach us little things.
Kiss my ass.
Pog mahone, I think is how you say it. Something I might be a little off, but I'm close.
Cool.
Okay, bye.
All right, so limericks. So there were like 2 entries. Brett, as we mentioned, and Kayla are like superstar Right Club members, and then I went around and was taunting every single person I DM with or have ever talked to ever on social media, and was like, Limerick me. And now we have a bunch.
People love it.
Yes.
It's weird. Once you start writing a limerick, it's like you want to talk like that too. It's like, then I'm like, oh, and da 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 da.
Yeah.
And then I went down to the store. Like, then you just want to like do it all the time.
Yep.
It's addictive. Okay. Are we ready? Who are we going to start with? We're going to read all of them. They're short though.
I wrote one for the WLI Pod Peeps.
Oh, that's a funny one.
I didn't read on the summit. So, there once was a group of peeps supporting each other with tweets. We had some gross chats that always made us laugh, like jokes about pies and sheeps.
That's
funny. It's really gross. We do get kind of nasty in there sometimes. Just saying.
I'm gonna read mine now.
Okay, read yours.
I have 2. I'm gonna read both of mine.
God damn it.
There once was a mom who was tired. You had 4.
I'm just kidding. I was busy, okay? All of mine were taunting other people to come write with
Your
me.
limericks taunt me.
Taunting everyone with my limericks. I'm all, don't be a broke dick.
Write a limerick.
Limerick. I couldn't think of anything that rhymed with limerick but dick.
Okay, here's mine. There once was a mom who was tired from all of the children she sired. She decided to drink, but found dishes in the sink, and all of her beer was expired.
Aww.
Next one. Podcasting is truly the best. So what if some think us a pest? We sit on our bench, behave like a wench, and end with a song and good jest.
That's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. Would you say so?
Thank you.
Are we reading the ones that we read on the show, or should we skip the ones to the other ones?
I think we should boop. There's not that many.
Read them all.
Let's just read them all.
All right.
We're just going to
go
through this, guys. This is the meat of the show right now. This is the corned beef.
The corned beef.
The show.
Corned beef.
I bought a lot of corned beef, everybody. Watch out.
Top of the morning to you.
Hold my horn.
Oh, hello, miss. Okay. Do you want me to do the next one?
You do the next one.
All right. This is from Chris at More Gooder Than. It's gooder than Podcast Network. There once was a bench with 2 girls. They set the pod scene in a whirl when they got stomach bugs and needed many hugs into the toilets they did hurl.
Nah. That's in reference to us being sick for like 8 weeks.
Yeah, we were
just
sick.
2 weeks.
It was like 2 weeks, but it felt like
okay. Next is Kelly from Boobies and Newbies. Boobies and Newbies, the podcast. Did you know that
I had a hard time reading this one too.
What?
It's really good, Kelly, but it's like that weird rhyming thing.
Why was I going to say romance instead of romance? That's what happened with my voice right now. Okay.
That's what you call a date over sushi, a romance.
Oh my god! I need like a sound effect that's like oh.
Heather was like, if you got sound effects, I wonder what you would have. And I'm like thinking like just horns, like scary clowns laughing, like people.
Scary clowns laughing? What does scary clowns laughing sound like? Wow.
I don't know.
I want that one.
Or like toilets flushing. I don't know. Okay, go.
Okay. Like a horn, like a clown horn? That's what I was thinking. Like,
nothing that I would play for you, my dear sweet one.
I know, she's so nice. We're all like crude and stupid. Speaking of which, this one ends crudely, which we love. Sorry.
Kelly.
Okay. Did you know that romance books rock? You should try them before you mock. Just give them a chance. You love the romance. Not to mention the big throbbing cocks.
Give one.
That's certainly like the tradition of like a limerick to just be kind of dirty.
Get a little
and
dirty at the end with a Good punchline.
3 limericks.
All right. So
Good job, Kelly.
I challenged all the horror pod people, hashtag all the horror on Twitter, who just did a woman in horror thing in February. And of course, like scary stuff. So this is from Cocktail Party Massacre podcast, Brooke and Pickens. Okay, check it out. It's funny. All right. Linda was bright and quite heady, but no need to break out confetti. When you count your sheep and you fall to sleep, your smarts cannot save you from Freddy.
Horror movie, get it? Got it.
Should I do the next one?
Yeah, these ones are fun. I like them.
Rhonda was known to be lucky. Her choices had never been sucky. Then she bought a toy for her little boy. Her looks over because it was Chucky. That was so good, you guys. All right.
That was great.
Your turn.
This is from Kayla. Our Sharpie. She used a tarot card pick for inspiration of this beautiful limerick. Here we go. Is it Kaylee or Callie?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm going to say Callie. Callie loved her 3 cats. For them, she made small hats. She would upload photo shots, tweeting as kitten thoughts, hoping for high follower stats. That's funny because there's like so many like
cat pics.
Cats, dogs,
kitten thoughts.
Lammies with jammies.
Hashtag kitten thoughts. Okay.
Good job, Kayla. Love
Brett
it.
Jordan, another right club joiner guy.
What were you going to say?
I don't know.
Another right club aficionado.
Guy, dude. All right. There were 2 girls on a bench. The thirst for humor they quench. You best bring a snack or they will attack, shredding their image of mensch.
Yay.
Brr.
I like that one because it's
too.
About us and I'm self-centered. Just kidding.
You are.
Okay. This is Derek from Work-Life Imbalance.
He is writing about our group we have where we've become a family. Which is what
Trisha wrote about too.
I did.
Right? Yeah, that's what that one was about.
Yep.
Okay. Some podcasts started a group so their downloads would not droop. You know how this ends. They became friends, and all they talk about is poop.
Yeah.
And pies and sheeps.
Sometimes.
You want celery. The next one is also from Derek, which we were confused about for a second. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, there's a story of a bench with 2 gals who record from exotic locales. You never know where they'll sit while they shoot the shit, but you're sure to feel like they're pals.
Aw, I like that.
Yeah, that could have got. I thought when I first read that I was gonna get dirty because the whole like you'll never know where they'll sit.
For shit, yeah.
But it's good though. I like it, Derek.
So the next one is dirty.
It's from
so if you have a problem with dirty limericks, then don't listen.
Yeah, okay. Hit the 30-second or 15-second
like
forward.
2 seconds because it's not that long. Okay, Stork episodic geek pod. Limericks are too hard to write. I started one last week one night. I procrastinated and then masturbated. Now the page is nothing but white.
So good.
It's so gross, but so good.
I like it.
Because your rhyming is great.
I like it.
That's
Procrastinated
funny.
And masturbated. I mean, I could not have thought.
Yeah, I know. And then you're like, but nothing else rhymes with
it's
procrastinated
so
but masturbated.
It does
I must
rhyme.
go forward with this rhyme.
I am impressed, Stork.
Hey, Stork. Good job.
This other one was a tweet from the Crit Stormcast role-playing podcast. Okay. This is a lot of past cast words in it for me. Thomas was stuck in the past. To his aid, his friends did come fast. They started a game, came up with a name, and now we have at Crit Stormcast. So that's kind of cute little self-promotion.
Yeah, they should use that like on their introduction
on their header all of their social media. They should have this.
I know. I like made a sign in the air like
with
header.
Your hand.
I know, and you're all
header.
I have no words. Boozy movies. Hannah. This is Boozy Movies podcast. Sorry, did I already say that? Okay.
Yeah.
RBG took Harvard law classes. Rocked thick black horned rim glasses. Supreme Court Justice swag, does more push-ups than your dad, and kicked patriarchy and sexism's asses.
I love it.
The RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Nice.
Enough said, microphone dropped.
Next is from Jules Hannaford from Hong Kong Confidential, and it is about the Lady Pot Squad. So there once was a lady pod squad who gave each other the nod. They retweeted their shows like nobody knows and built up each other's cool pods.
Aww.
Sweet.
That's so nice. When
I
people
know.
support each other. It's great.
I know. I was like, I asked all the lady pod squad girls in one of my groups. I'm like, give me more limericks.
And boy, did we get them.
They did. Everybody came through. Thank you.
So this, I screwed up this again. I can't believe on the Sunshine Summit. So Melissa
Mel Brooks
from Brooke Reading. I'm all Melissa Brooke it's because of how we wrote it though, and I was just reading it, and then I was like,
Melissa Brooke is reading a pod. Wait, what? We're sorry, Melissa. We love your podcast.
Mel Brooks. I know.
Mel Brooks.
I love that it's just consistent that we mess it up.
And her listeners are called brookworms now.
I saw that.
Isn't that cute?
They're brookworms.
I think
love it.
Stork actually thought of that from Besotted Geek Pod.
It's
but
cute.
It's adorable.
I want to be a brookworm. I guess I am.
You are.
I am a brookworm.
You're a brookworm.
I love it. Okay, here's her limerick, more importantly. There once was this group of podcasters who helped each other through disasters. Most have never met, but their friendship is set, and their connection has risen to the rafters.
Oh,
so sweet.
It's a sweet one. Okay, this is a body count pod from the Lady Pod Squad. I've heard tale of some ladies fair who do more than just coif their hair. A Lady Pod Squad, my hand to God, creating content in kick-ass footwear.
That was awesome.
I love that.
Coif their hair. I love saying
I don't really wear kick-ass footwear, but
you wear cool socks.
I have cool socks that are falling off and inside out.
Oh, you read the next one.
This is from Keith from Pop-Up Filmcast, and apparently this is his first limerick ever.
What?
He is a limerick virgin.
People are like going out on a limb.
Here it is. Here's the limb. There once was a man from San Paulo who went to the beach with a towel. Who only went to... cut that out. Start over. There once was a man from San Paulo who only went to the beach with a towel. The sun was quite hot. It burnt quite a lot. If only he kept his butt on water less shallow.
Get it? Shallow, tallow, San Paulo. Okay.
Thanks for that recap. It's important to recap limericks because they're so lengthy.
Because they're really long and
Yeah,
we might forget
it's
what
good.
part of it rhymed.
All
Okay.
right,
This
go.
one is from right.girl.q, who is a friend of a friend. Well, who's a partner of a friend of ours from college. I know, I don't know.
Whose sisters, uncles,
It got very
brother
complicated as soon
has
as
a
I
cousin
started saying that.
whose best friend's sister is...
Well, it's funny because I met her. Have I already told the story?
You did
I told
today.
it today. I met her and I was like, oh, I recognize you from another friend of mine.
From looking at someone else's pictures.
And then it was like, that's creepy. But it wasn't. It's like, oh, it's someone I know and this is their partner. And I met them in person. And I was like, oh, you look so familiar. Oh, I know why. And so anyway, so a long story to explain that.
All right,
Okay.
I'll cut that out too.
Okay. No, it's a great story. This is Eileen. Okay. There was a guy named Pete who liked his whiskey served neat. By the end of the night, he wasn't quite right. It knocked him right off of his feet.
I like the way you enunciated with that one.
I know,
Like
I really
red
took it
leather,
seriously.
yellow leather.
You know, it felt very...
It's very...
A lot of, like, diction was involved.
Come on, Eileen. Oh, I swear. Good job, Eileen. All right. This next one's from Nan. Like Nan of Nan's Corner fame from More Gooder Than.
Nannerzy.
That's right. Whose mom is she? Is she Donnie's mom or Corey's mom?
She is
Yeah.
more than a mom,
Donnie thinks
but she is someone's mother.
she's one of their mothers. But she's all of our mother right now.
She is Nannerzy.
She is infamous, Nan's Corner. Donnie thinks there's only one of us. There's
That I'm, like, made
there's
up?
one girl on a bench and she's delightfully crazy, is what he said on last week's podcast.
Wow. It's
And
because
I
you
said-
do all the stuff.
I said that was high praise. It might also be because sometimes I call in to pretend to be both of us.
Oh, that's weird.
Well,
and cool.
I think it's cool.
I think
but
it's cool
whatever.
that you're
I'll
impersonating
cut that part
me.
out too. There's not going to be anything left when I edit this podcast. All right, Nan. A hairy young woman named Maeve had no desire to shave. Said her man, I adore ya, but I'm sure in Begoria I'm gonna start calling you Dave. so good.
These are so... Everybody... Wow.
Thank you.
This was so fun. And it's like the limericks just kept on coming. Like somebody wrote one in the chat. I don't remember, and we can't find it right now because that'll be too hard.
I'm sure there's probably more on social media, but
limericks are fun. Thank you everybody for trying. And like it's like once you get into it, you can kind of write a lot of them too, which is like fun.
Yeah, you get into the
dangerous,
rhythm.
but it's not dangerous. It's fun.
Well, and if you want to give us a review on iTunes in limerick form, that is welcome.
Oh my
all
God,
year round.
You guys,
just saying,
do it.
Yes,
and if you do it, we will read it,
and we'll send you something nice,
like a
button or a sticker or
a
button.
Knife. I'm just kidding.
What?
Because it rhymes
or
with
a
nice.
Nice cheese. I don't know.
I was trying to make it rhyme. Something nice, like a button or sticker or knife. I don't know. That doesn't rhyme. Well, it does. Does knife rhyme with nice? Not really.
There once was a bench with girls too who asked you to write a review.
You've already ruined it. Sorry. Because the last words are supposed to rhyme.
The first two words are supposed to rhyme too.
No. It's the last words of the line.
I know, I did.
So like heather and feather.
I did. I said there once was a bench with girls too who asked folks to write a review.
Sorry.
Doesn't that rhyme?
It does rhyme.
Oh, then what's your fucking problem?
I don't know. I can't hear things and not see them.
I was trying to make up a limerick on the spot.
I literally thought you didn't rhyme because I couldn't see it in front of me. I have to see words or I can't understand them.
Now when you listen to this episode, you'd be like, oh, I'm so stupid.
No, I won't. I'll just be like, oh, I just blanked out for a second.
All right, well, I'll just cut all of that out because I didn't finish my limerick.
This is going to be the shortest. It's not even really that long of an episode to begin with, but it's going to be really short.
It's going to be like 5 minutes.
It's going to be like a limerick.
It'll be like, sitting on the bench. And then it'll be like, this was a podcast of the Podfits Network. And that's all it'll be.
I bet everyone's like, oh,
yeah,
that was a good one.
That was good. They're like, thank God that was short this week.
They're all, I didn't have time.
Last week was really long, so it's okay. And plus, they've got to all go rewatch the live stream. People are busy.
Everyone's got a lot to do when it comes to like catching up on our stuff.
It's hard. So, I think I have like 100 podcasts I'm subscribed to, and I heard people that Heather was interviewing saying that they're subscribed to like 150, 200, 300
I have so
podcasts.
many. I can't listen. So many. I can't listen to all of them.
Well, it's hard. And then there's a couple I really try and stay on week by week. And then there's some other ones I'm trying to like chunk away at. And then I get trapped in a new one. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, I've got to listen to that right away. Or it's like an audio drama. And I'm like, I'm 2 years behind on this amazing audio drama. Like, what? Where has it been all my life?
Or you just get like sucked into a story. Like I was saying at the beginning, and you're kind of just like, I want to know what's going to happen. And so you just have to keep listening to them over, to the next one. Yeah, everybody knows binge listening. Like I just talked about something that nobody knows about.
I know. And now they do. And they'll be like, what's this about? If she likes it, I'll probably like it. And that's how you just subscribe to all so many.
And that's how it works,
great,
people.
Because there's always something, no matter what mood you're in, there's always something. Like Shauna was saying, she listens to Sunshine and Power Cuts, like when she's having road rage. Because Heather has these the Sunshine episodes are very like light and almost meditative.
She's just like a nice like calming voice. And I was like freaking out the other day. I think I was like listening to something negative, like a crime podcast. And then I was like thinking about
with Phoebe Judge.
I was like thinking about like annoying things or something like work, or I was like stressed. And then I was like, why am I listening to a stressful thing? And I'm stressed. And then I was like, Sunshine and Power Cuts. And I was like, thank you.
It's very nice. And so it's fun though, because you're like, I need something weird. Like I need to listen to Weird With You from the Podfits Network and hear about the bat infestation.
Or like, I just need to listen to myself because I'm the funniest person I know.
All day long. Well, if you listen to yourself, do it on Radio Public. Because we get 2 cents every time someone listens.
Every time an angel
Every time a bell rings, we get 2 pennies. Well, 2 pennies. 2 bits. Them. Ooh.
Trisha.
Miss.
I feel like it should be like Trisha's accents. Like a little segment.
And I'm just going to like go through and cut all the times I've tried to talk in an I don't usually try at all because I feel like I was watching something where they were saying every time I try to do an accent, I just end up sounding Jamaican. It was like, but it was like really bad, like that bad like 90s SNL, like yeah man, like that.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
it was like, but
you said that you always end up sounding like you're trying to do a Southern.
Yeah. I feel like I kind of go into Southern or like a hot dog, like Chicago, Michigan.
A hot dog.
But
you do that well though.
Hot dog.
Yeah. It's so funny when you hear people say something and like they'll just say like one word. Mm-hmm. Like that they always say. Like I noticed this about somebody I worked with, and it was like they said one thing and it was like they'd be like horrible or something, and it was like one word that they always said that I could hear their accent in.
You used to tease me about the way I say Brett.
I did? I don't remember that.
And coupon. I used to say coupon.
Oh, coupon. No, that was your old boyfriend that used to tease you because he said, you don't say grape coupon. You say grape coupon.
That was an old boyfriend.
Although he did sort of have the same kind of humor as me where he would be like, wah, wah, wah. Like,
I'm a glutton for punishment. I don't know.
No, but that was kind of a funny joke. No, because whenever I've thought of that before, like when I see like coupon, I'll be like grape coupon. Coupon.
Or like I was listening to My Favorite Murder and Georgia couldn't say herb. She kept saying herb. It was a man named Herb.
Oh yeah.
And it was making me think of wait, what's the word I can't say? Oh, I totally just forgot.
Gesture?
Yes, gesture and gusture. I never can think of. Whenever I think really hard about what I'm going to say, I say it the wrong way. I'm like, so you gestured or gestured. Anyways, it was making me laugh because I'm like, I can totally.
When it's funny because you say herbs, like when you're talking about like herbs, but then like in like England, they call them herbs.
They do.
Yeah.
But if it's a person's name, it's typically herb, not herb.
Herb.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the show, Karen was like, a guy named Herb, and Edgar always called him Herb. Oh my god, it's so funny. I love it. Sorry, we're having the same
time.
I feel like everybody can relate to that on some level, apparently.
Saying words wrong.
Aw, fun times.
I had another one. Well, when I was a kid, we lived in Indiana for a little bit before we moved to California when I was like 13 with a perm and braces, and a really good time to move to California where everybody was like tan and beautiful. They
really?
They weren't.
Everybody wasn't tan and beautiful though.
But like
in your mind they were.
Well, there's a thing where California is a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes to trends.
Oh, that's true.
Music and clothing and stuff like that. Like so especially in the 80s. Yeah. It's happening here.
Still.
And it's sort of trickling. It was before the internet, so it's sort of trickling to the Midwest.
Not anymore, probably.
Now I think it's maybe leveled out. I don't know because I'm not doing that anymore. But 4 years in Indiana, I picked up y'all. Oh. Everybody says y'all.
I love y'all though.
You say it.
I know, I like it.
Y'all gonna come over tonight? Y'all gonna do your homework at the study group? Y'all going to the library?
Because otherwise you end up saying you guys.
Yeah.
And then it's like, somebody was telling me, like, well, we're not all guys. And I'm like, well, guys means everything. And then I'm like, well, no, it doesn't.
I know.
But y'all is inclusive.
Yeah.
But also, what's that weird thing in Spanish where I had that thing where when I was studying Spanish in Spain and then when I would talk in English, I would get confused about, like, because there's, like, the formal, like, usted. And so, like, one time I met an American and I was trying to tell them how to get somewhere. And I said, well, you take a right. And then I was like, oh, I was so rude right now.
Because you called them.
Because I had trained my brain not to say you.
Right.
But you say you. You know what I mean? It's like that weird thing. Yeah. And so, that was probably like way too in-depth of a conversation.
A little bit weird. But yeah, I got the gist of it.
You get it, right? Yeah. Anyone that studies Spanish, you know what I mean. Yeah. So, and then
formal you don't say that.
But you also can say you all. In Spanish, too, as a group, like, a combined male-female group.
How do you say that?
Well, ustedes, like you all.
Yeah.
So, or like, vos is like you all, too. Anyway, I don't know. But, like, so then y'all is sort of like that in English.
Well.
But not cool when you were 13.
No.
In the 80s, probably not.
Y'all in 6th grade did not think it was funny. I'm just saying. I quit that shit. fast.
Oh, sorry.
That and the fact that I thought an earthquake drill was a joke because I was used to fire drills or tornado drills, and there were no hallways.
Did you just like stand there and laugh or something? You're all earthquake drill.
No, we went to do a drill.
Silly Californians.
Everybody went under their desk, and I lined up at the door. And my teacher was like mad at me, like get under.
She's like, you will die first, Trisha.
Was he? His name was Mr. Cherry.
Well, Mr. Cherry, mean guy.
He was like,
also trying to save your life.
You need to get under your desk, and I was just like, you got to be kidding me! Like, what?
But didn't you see everybody else do it?
Yeah, no, I didn't really laugh, but it just seemed super weird. And the thing is, even though I was new to the state,
from here,
new to the school, and like we had already finished 6th grade, but my mom thought it would be cool since California school went 4 more weeks for me to do 4 more weeks of 6th grade so I could make some friends. Thanks, Mom. Yeah, no, it was horrifying. And 6th grade in California was in the elementary school.
4 more weeks, you looked like a geek. See, I'm trying to like make up a rhyme now.
I did.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
6th grade in Indiana was in the middle school. So I had 7 periods in a locker. And then I came to California for a month and went to 6th grade in elementary school with recess and earthquake drills. And I was just like, what is happening?
I know. You're like, you guys are so mature.
Like I was so already like in high school.
I'm already like 25. Except I'm
pretty
13.
much, which is why I wasn't probably that popular because wah, wah. There's another word I was trying to think of, but I forgot it.
That you can't say well?
Yeah.
That you pronounce because of like the way it looks or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I'm trying to think if I like do that. I can't think of it right now. Whenever we try to think of something on the spot, we can't do it.
We can't think under pressure.
At all.
That's why we're not good at tests.
That's also why the live streaming thing is scary.
I think that was fun though. I think it worked out.
It's fun, but I feel like I get really stressed out. I'm
I feel like
nothing can ever be changed.
I get a little nervous, but then like I just feel a little rambly. Like I felt.
And then we were like seeing ourselves.
Yeah.
I don't like looking at myself.
That was weird.
Because it's distracting.
I wish we could have just seen the other people like on the chat or something else. Like
because when I look at myself, then I get a little distracted by myself, and then I'm like, I look weird. I should like change my face. And like if you watch it, you'll see that we like change our faces sometimes because we can see ourselves.
Because we're like
weird.
Resting worry face, resting bitch face.
Trisha's got wedding face.
I have pretty makeup on eyes. I do that. I'll like just like try and be pretty because otherwise if I don't smile,
so pretty destined.
Like I'll try and think like look happy because otherwise my mouth turns down and I look not happy.
Like say anything.
Yes.
She's all just
smile.
Because
when you don't, your mouth turns down and.
Or it's like Strictly Ballroom. She's like, I've got my happy face on today. Have I mentioned that before?
I've got to watch that movie.
I love
again.
that movie so much. That's like one of my favorite things.
What's
that
awesome
lady says
is
in that movie.
Baz Luhrmann directed that, and he directed Moulin Rouge, and he directed.
Didn't you direct Priscilla, Queen of the Desert? No,
did he?
I don't know. It feels very similar in like sort of the stylized.
No, he did. It was like his Red Curtain series where he did. He did Strictly Ballroom. One more, and then Moulin Rouge.
Oh, why do I think he did Priscilla? Because it's also Australian. I'm just doing that thing where I'm lumping the entire country together.
Might have done Priscilla. Anyways, IMDb that shit. But, yeah. I just think it's funny that we loved that movie so much when we were younger. And then, like, one of my favorite movies in that genre, if you want to call it that, was Moulin Rouge, like, as when we were older. And
I feel like I didn't love Moulin Rouge as much as you. Like,
No.
at all, actually.
Probably
like, I mean, I
not.
didn't dislike it. I was like, that was a cool movie. And I, like, only saw it once, and I don't really remember it. And, like, I don't think I'll watch it again. I don't know. But you really seem to be...
I watched it a lot of times.
in love with it.
I also watched the multiple camera angles that were available on the Blu-ray.
Oh my God.
Back in the day.
I can't do that.
Well, just for the dance scenes, because I wanted to see like the tango when they do Roxanne and they do the tango. I love that so much. I just wanted to watch that over and over again.
You're like that.
I just like it.
No, I mean, that's like your like design stuff coming out.
I like
I don't have that.
stuff.
I'm like, I can't watch it again. Goodbye.
All right. So he did. We
know that
The Great Gatsby.
Oh, like stylized stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, we should move on here?
Romeo and Juliet and Strictly Ballroom. Those were like his.
first three. Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah.
I just like posted.
And you loved that one too.
Before.
So did I. Like, I
don't know if I loved it, but I loved that it was
different.
I love that they did it.
Yeah.
I didn't like love it so much myself. Remember when we saw it?
It wasn't like our favorite movie, but we had
but there was some really good things in it.
Thematic Shakespeare, like put in modern times, or like making the rapier a gun instead of a sword.
Right.
Really nerdy things like that make us happy.
Yeah. And it was just like...
It's not like Shakespeare in Love. That was a great movie. Should it have won an Oscar? No. But was it a great movie? Yes.
I mean, that's like not the same at all.
It's not the same. I don't even know why I said that. I'll cut that part out.
I don't know.
I was just thinking, I don't know.
My opinion about that movie. Past Oscar winners,
not so much. I was thinking about that movie the other day for some reason.
You know what I liked about that movie? That's so weird. Shakespeare in Love.
Now we are talking about this movie.
Now we are on the furthest like side bench we've ever gone to. No, I'm kidding. Probably not. But there's a point in that movie where when they do the play for the first time, when they do Romeo and Juliet, and it's the queen, and like everyone's all like sort of like, I was gonna say bawdy. I'm gonna speak in Old English now too. Everyone's stuffy. Just like, no, not stuffy. They're like crass. Like they want to see like body comedy. You know what I mean? Like that's what they're used to watching, and
they want to see people like fart jokes.
Yeah, exactly.
They want to see lower forms of humor,
like really like overdone, like bullshit.
Yeah, they don't want this highbrow.
And then they
drama.
looked so shocked though, because at first they're like, "What the hell's going on?" And then like when they die at the end, they're like, all their faces are like, "Holy shit!" Like what just happened? And it's like I feel like that was the thing that always stuck with me. It's like the first time somebody saw that, they must have just been like, "What the hell is this?" Like this is the saddest thing I've ever seen. And like I don't know, for some reason that stuck with me. Except that was a good way to capture it. Yeah, because they weren't used to that. Yep, everyone needed to know that.
Everyone did.
I'm glad that you brought up Shakespeare.
I just went from Shakespeare and movie
and
to
like
that.
modern interpretations of Shakespeare.
And
like
then, that's a modern it wasn't a modern interpretation of Shakespeare. It was about Shakespeare in his time.
About Shakespeare.
It was like a biopic about Shakespeare.
Yeah. It wasn't like what's the one with like Ian McKellen where he's like, "My kingdom for a horse," and it's like his car won't start. The one that's like in Nazi Germany.
Richard the
Third.
Yeah.
Is it Richard the Third? Yeah. Anyway, that's random, but I'm still on the Shakespeare thing.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. Not the movies about Shakespeare.
All right. The end. Sorry, we're way off like our rockers. So thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for sending your limericks. Write us a limerick review and review us on iTunes, rate, review, and subscribe if you would like.
Yes, share us with a friend.
Tell a friend about it. Tell a friend to write a limerick. Even if they don't want to. I'm just kidding.
For fun. Just conversation for
You're like, can you please write me a limerick? Can you please respond to my email in limerick form? Just kidding. And follow us on all our social media, 2 Girls on a Bench. You got any spare cash, throw some towards Patreon or coffee, and that's it, everybody.
Booyah.
Keep writing.
Keep snacking.
Goodbye.
Cassava.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.